use Delta-8 for sleep or pain, Texas might be banning it with SB3. Unless you're in the state medical program, you can lose access to THC. Today on the podcast, we're going to talk about how Senate Bill 3 and House Bill 46 will impact real people in real time, and why this could hit veterans, low income, and small business the hardest. So go on and hit that like and subscribe button and sit back while we dive into this. Today on the show, we got a returning guest, my big brother, Corey Carter. How you doing today?
I'm good, man. Thanks for having me on. Appreciate it.
Man, I want to thank you for coming in on this one, bro, because it's crazy. It's crazy what's going on in Texas right now, especially with all these bans that they're trying to implement. And it's crazy that they got a bill that's going to be banning THC, which is Senate Bill 3, and they got a bill that's trying to increase the medical use. So let me just give you a brief synopsis of what Senate Bill 3 is. Hold on, let me pull it up.
Man, they're banning books out there too. It's crazy.
Oh yeah. So Senate Bill 3, which was passed on May 27th, proposes comprehensive ban on all consumable hemp-derived products containing any detectable amount of THC, including Delta-8, Delta-9 variants. If enacted, this bill will go into effect September 1st, 2025. So that's crazy. Now, I'm not a weed smoker or a THC smoker. I'm nicotine with the vape. And so I was wondering, what exactly, can you tell me and the audience, what is THC? What exactly is it for some people who don't know, if they don't know?
Well, I mean, everybody knows what weed is, but like, I'll tell you, like my experience with weed, right?
Mhm.
I didn't smoke or drink all through high school. It was the summer before my senior year that I drank for the first time, and it was later that year that I smoked for the first time. And like, as a kid, it was absolutely just recreational. It was, like you smoke it, you laugh with your friends, you eat a bunch of food, and whatever. You forget a lot of things. But as I got older, and really, like, I don't know if I could. I guess it doesn't matter. There was for about, I don't know, 3 years in college, I was selling weed too, because I just didn't want to spend money on it. So I was really not making much money. I was just smoking for free. So I was smoking a lot, man. Like there was probably 10 straight years where I was smoking 7-8 blunts a day, like just half ounce, probably an average a day, bros. It was crazy.
All right.
And I started to slow down, like, money things and this and that. I slowed down and would smoke a lot less. But there was one point where I would really need to get my money up. So I quit cold turkey, and I quit for 8 months. And I will tell you that, like, in that 8 months, I learned its medicinal benefits.
Mm-hmm.
I have issues from my last relationship. And I've always had anger and anxiety issues my whole life, right? Like, especially anger. I used to get angry all the time. That helped a lot. That stopped when I started smoking weed when I was a kid. Then I stopped in this 8 months, and bro, like, things would just set me off. It was like, it wasn't like withdrawing or anything. It was just, I didn't have this like peace in me. And then, I got my money up a little bit and I started smoking, but so much less. Like I got a one hitter, and when I was going through about, I don't know, before I quit, I was probably going about a quarter a week or so, probably a little more than that, probably about a half ounce a week. And I've gotten it down to where I'm smoking like, I don't know, an eighth a week.
Mm-hmm.
Because I use it, like I dose it. I go out and 3-4 times a day, and I take like 2 or 3 little hits, and it has brought that peace back to me.
Okay,
It's really
calmed you
like,
down.
and the only thing that I could replace it with would be like Xanax or and that's so much worse. Like I don't want to put those chemicals in my body every day. So really, like, and people, it's really, at this point, I'm using it like people who even use just CBD and Delta-8 and things like that. It's not looking for the high. I haven't felt high in I don't know how long, because I don't smoke enough to get that way. That, technically, if you feel high off of something like that, that's an overdose.
Yeah.
This is, you're not supposed to, Matt, you could take mushrooms and you can microdose, and that's a medicine. If you are taking an eighth of mushrooms and you're hallucinating, you're overdosing on the mushrooms. So there are medicinal properties, there are medicinal, and it's how you use it. But man, to just ban it like that and take it away from these people, especially these older people who use it for pain and arthritis and all that, like, it's not the government's place to make these decisions for people.
No, it's not. I mean, and I know veterans who take it and dealing because they don't want to be on the PTSD drugs. Me personally, I had to go through so many pills just to find the right kind of medicine for
Yep.
my anxiety and
Yep.
depression.
Which that
And
process sucks.
bro, it sucks because there's so many, like, people don't really understand. There's so many side effects to the mental drugs. You could turn into a zombie. You could be wired
Psychotic
up.
rage. Like,
Yeah, there's so many side effects. And to think you got an industry, from what I've been reading up on this hemp products, it's a $8 billion industry in Texas. It's employing, I want to say, 50,000 to 70, anywhere between 7 and 50,000 people are employed by these companies, by these small business owners. And it's crazy that you want to take away their livelihood because the lieutenant governor is saying, oh well, we want to protect the children. How are you protecting you? So I'm not even going to get started on protecting the children, because there's so many other ways you could go about doing this other than taking away something that's working for people. There's been a petition of over 500,000 signatures of people saying, hey, look, stop. We need this, asking Abbott, the governor, to veto this bill because you're about to have real effects on people and their livelihood. And it's crazy because not enough people are paying attention to it. This only caught my eye because I was reading through it and I'm all like, SB3, what the heck is that? What's hemp products? What? Well, I'm green to it. So I was just reading up on it, and I'm reading these articles and I'm reading these comments where people are saying like, hey, we don't want this. We don't want this. I'm like, man, we need to talk about this, because if you're the government and you're supposed to work for my benefit, how are you working for my benefit when you're about to have a bill that's going to hurt me and force me to go take these drugs where I could be barred out, zonked out, or anything else?
Yep. Not remember what you did, bro. Like, that Xanax is a crazy drug. It's, I've been trying to, like, I was once a conspiracy theorist, right? And so when I see government, making decisions like this, like, I try to like read into it and think where their heads at, like, or what's the actual motivation. Like, for example, they're banning. They have the same thing in my state. I'm in Alabama. They're banning all products with anything more than 5 milligrams of CBD in it. But the person who wrote that bill, the congressperson who wrote that bill, owns a CBD drink company that sells 2.5 milligram and 5 milligram drinks. So the motive in here was for that man to make some money. Everybody else is out. He's the only option. So that was obvious to me. Texas, I can't put my finger on it. Maybe there's a politician that has something like that, but they're banning it completely. And then they're also doing the book ban. And Texas is like, they're supposed to be the ultimate example of like American freedom, right? And that's the big government mentality, where the government does not mingle in your daily life. It doesn't make decisions for you as an adult. It just regulates the industries that you are, involving yourself in. And for Texas I can't put my finger on, why is Texas doing this? What benefit does it have to the state to put all these things into effect, especially right now with everything else going on? It just doesn't make sense to me.
Man, look, I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but I have my thoughts.
Okay,
And this is
lay them on me.
This is one of the things that I was thinking. And I talked about it in my last episode. Texas is pushing this whole Christianity thing on a lot of people, especially with them trying to invoke the 10 Commandments being put up in the schools, the whole school choice bill where most of your private schools are Christian schools. So I feel like Texas is getting to the point where it lost the fact that you're in a freedom of religion country. We don't have a state religion, and you can't set up a state religion. But I feel like Texas is trying to set up this state religion, and guess what goes against the religion? You can't be weed zonked out or high or anything else like that because you're a Christian. You got to be your peace comes from God, and you get what I'm saying? You're supposed to You're
Well,
supposed to
okay.
be clear of mind.
I think that they are, if that's the case, and I think they're trying to bring back like that 50s great American life mentality, and that includes alcohol. But it
Yeah.
doesn't, it's just not in the weed isn't in the family core value to the classic American, but neither is freedom for you.
No, facts.
It's like,
Facts.
you
I
know,
mean,
so
call it what it is.
right, right. You know, you can't go back to like that type of American society without running into the racial and all of the other political and social issues that we had back.
Hmm. I mean, but some of those political and racial issues are rearing their ugly heads even now. You know, and again, I'm to anybody who watches this podcast, I'm a person of freedom of choice. You whatever you choose is what you choose, but you got to be able to live with the consequences of what you choose. So just with this whole demographic of ICE and all that other stuff that's happening, it's crazy. But and my mom, I love my mom. I know she's gonna watch this. Hi, mom, I love you. But my mom's been real big on you need to get your passport. You need to get this. You need to get that because they're targeting people, and you're a person of color,
You
and they
listen to
may
your
target
mom,
you.
bro. You listen to your mom. That's important.
I'm a listen. I'm listening. I'm listening. But it goes back to that whole idea of what's the real underlining issue. Fun fact: I did some research, and I believe the 2023 census or the 2024 census, the predominant new American wasn't born, it was an immigrant. Immigration was the leading cause of new Americans. So the birth rate in America is declining. We're not producing
Oh, I see what you're
offsprings
saying. Okay.
as much as people coming over into the country. So that's why, and again, this is my own opinion. I think that's why you've been seeing more of a push of no abortions. We need to get our birth rate back up and less immigration into the country because they're overrunning us. Non-Americans are overrunning Americans in number. If you look at the numbers, and that's what I got from the census. Now, I'm not saying that that's what they're doing, but I mean, it raises some eyebrows on and some head scratching. Like, I can see where you're worried at, I
I
guess.
mean, so okay, I don't think that there is a direct correlation with the like birth rate issue. I think if like it's not like fertility is plummeting. I know it's going down. I know it has gone down, male and female fertility, but it's also us Americans are not having kids because us Americans don't want to put our children in this country. It's not because we can't, it's because we refuse to. Why would we bring, so if you want to fix that, don't send ICE. Dude, I saw a thing. ICE raided an elementary school graduation and took parents from an elementary school graduation. You want to fix birth rate in this country, fix the country and make us want to make more Americans. Because right now, last thing I think we need is more people to live in this hellhole. And the ways that we're going, our freedoms are being stripped every day. It's
Mm,
terrifying for me scrolling through social media recently because whether it's Texas doing it, Alabama, or the federal government, our rights as people, our god-given rights are being stripped. They are charging women for having miscarriages. Like this is a nightmare. This world we're
mhm.
living in, it is dystopia.
Yeah, I believe it. I believe it. I didn't even know about them charging women who were having miscarriages. I haven't
Yeah.
even heard about
That's
that.
as multiple states. Georgia's one of them. There's a woman being kept on an incubator. She's brain dead, but
Yeah,
pregnant, and they're keeping her alive until she has this kid. Her son thinks that she's just asleep.
but yet Texas is trying to ban hemp products, but we got real world issues going on. It baffles me. It really does because I'm not understanding why, the ultimate why. And I guess that's what's pissing me off because I know people this is going to affect. Like my best friend, been my best friend since high school. He does not want to take medicine. He says, I don't like it. I don't want it. It doesn't work for me, but this is what's working. He'll hit a blunt, he'll be fine. or he'll hit on his vape, his THC vape,
Mm-hmm.
and he'll be fine.
Mm-hmm.
He's good. He's good to go about his day, and he's a productive member of society. He works. He pays taxes. He pays a mortgage. He's living the American dream, if you want to call it that. But he's a productive member of society. But yet you want to punish him because we're saving children. But yet you got ICE running into elementary grade school graduations and traumatizing children. Like, I don't see it. And it's funny, I'm gonna hit you with another bill. So House Bill 46. Let me pull it up real quick. I got it right here. House Bill 46. So this bill contradicts SB 3. This bill aims to expand the medical cannabis program.
What?
So yes, they have. So right now on Governor Abbott's desk, there's two bills. One bill wants to ban hemp products with any traceable amounts of THC. The second bill, House 46, wants to expand the medical cannabis program. So meaning if you can get a prescription for a doctor, you can use medical cannabis.
So I wonder, like, I don't know. Do you know this? Is the numbers of the bills? Is that like when they get voted on? What order they get voted on?
Nah, I'm not sure. I didn't even look into that.
Maybe like because that's the only thing that could make sense is like if 3 doesn't pass, then 46 can still pass. But if 3 passes, then 46 off the docket. You know what I mean?
Well, here's the funny thing. You ready for this? If both bills are not signed by June 22nd, 2025, both bills are enacted into law. So pretty much from what I gathered, so what's been happening is if you don't qualify for the medical cannabis program, you can still get THC through over-the-counter means, through the Delta-8, Delta-9,
right,
and hemp products. Now, what they're trying to do is close that door. Boom, it's closed with SB, to where if you don't qualify for the medical cannabis program, you don't get anything. Why are you trying to regulate people? Like, why didn't you get what I'm saying? Like, why are you trying to control people?
Wouldn't 3 be getting like banning even medical THC?
No, 3.
It's just banning the CBD products.
Yeah,
that's such a waste of time, bro. Those are the CBD. Do you know like what that does? Like what the difference is?
I don't even know the difference.
So THC has like variants and like THC 1A and 1B or whatever. CBD is in THC.
Mm-hmm.
It's a part of what makes THC, but CBD is, I mean, it's essentially like placebo THC. Okay. It's people swear by it. I've never felt. I tried to use it like when I those 8 months that I wasn't smoking. I tried to get those CBD pens, bro, and first of all, they clog so easy. But second of all, they didn't do a damn thing for me. Like, I'm not looking to get high, but it was like completely without effect. Some people do swear by them, but no one, it's impossible to get high off of CBD. Like you're literally taking off something that people use as a clean medicine that has no bad side effects whatsoever. Why are you doing this? Like, there's got to be someone, I swear, there's got to be someone like it is in Alabama where there's someone in government who owns some company with like just the right amount of something that their company is going to do much better after this bill. It's got, that's what it always is, right? It always comes down to
it has to be about money because it can't be about the kids because again, that's what the governor, and I was reading these articles and the kids are getting a hold of this CBD and this Delta-8 and they're getting high and it's the kid. I'm all like,
I'd be more worried about the damn nicotine vapes with the kids, bro.
But they won't touch that. They won't even go after that.
So much money being made with that,
bro. I'm telling you. But and that's the crazy part. Like, I'm all like, okay, so we got two contradictory bills, and you're trying to go after people who don't qualify for the medical program. How many people is that? Just like, to me, that's just like you telling me, if I don't get a prescription for Tylenol or pain relievers from my doctor, I can't go to Walgreens and purchase the generic brand. I feel like that's what they're saying.
That's 100% accurate. That is exactly like it's like requiring a prescription for Advil. That's 100% accurate. That's crazy.
That's
It doesn't.
crazy.
Well, yeah. Like why are you doing this?
What's the purpose? And that's why I put the post out, because I was hoping to gain some traction, to get some people. Hey, look, I know y'all out there. Look, as many people saw the post and did not respond to it. I know there's a bunch. I know about 5 of y'all probably hit the THC, the weed, whatever. I don't care. I'm not trying to out you. I'm just trying to talk to you, you know?
Right. Right. Just trying to have a discussion, man. No judgment.
You won't get none, because if I didn't look, I don't care if my job ceases. If I didn't work the job that I work, I would probably be high.
I would recommend that you were. I highly recommend weed, bro.
Because I love the VA, and I love what they do, and I love how helpful they are, but I don't like taking medicine. I hate taking pills.
Yeah.
I hate the side effects. And I mean, even speaking of the VA, let's talk about veterans. Like, this is helping veterans with PTSD, people who serve the country. So you're about to tell somebody who went out and fought and saw something traumatic, or was in an explosion or whatever, you're about to tell them, a grown ass person, well, yeah, man, you can't get this over the counter THC because we're trying to save the kids.
Thanks for fighting for our country, but no, you can't get a CBD gummy.
Yeah, you can't have an edible. No, none for you. Suck it up and drive on, soldier. Suck it up and drive on.
Bro, they're also trying to ban porn there, and banning weed and porn at the same time. It just sounds like there's gonna be a big uptick in crime in Texas. So just, like, there's gonna be a lot of frustrated ass people.
They are really working, because I believe Pornhub is banned in Texas, but they didn't get all of them. So I'm not gonna name them, because I don't know who's gonna watch it. I'm not gonna name all of them. So we're gonna leave that. We're gonna leave that right there.
This one, and then on Fridays about 3:00, you can make this one work.
Sir, if you think you stop people from watching porn, you
just skyrocketed VPN sales, bro. Like, what are you talking about?
You really did. I mean, think about it. I mean, if I really wanted to watch porn, all I gotta do is get on X. I mean,
X is a weird place. I don't really use. I never use Twitter. I never use X, but like sometimes I'll get on it, and like it's like I'm looking at the dark web. I don't understand how some of these things are posted. Like, I saw a dude get shot in the face completely uncensored. Like, this is the internet. This is a regular social media site. Like, why am I seeing this?
Apparently, this is how social media is supposed to be: unfiltered, uncensored, no checks, no balances. This is how it's supposed to be. You should be able to find it.
Zuckerberg got the censorship thing down, but Musk does not.
Shoot, Musk said, man, I'm gonna let y'all go. What's the old saying? When the warden's the way, the inmates begin to play.
Right. Y'all do you. Y'all just do you.
Have at it. But so I was also researching, so small businesses. So like, it's crazy the amount of small businesses that this is going to affect. Like, how, okay, I try not to dive too much into the political atmosphere, but I do know the Republicans are advocates for small government, where the government doesn't, like you said earlier, doesn't so much control the aspects of your life, and kind of lets you do what you got to do to provide. Why are you taking away livelihoods? What is, again, like, I know I keep hitting these questions and we're going to get to the same answer, which is the why, but it's just, I just want people to really understand, like, if I'm asking the question, I know y'all are asking the question, why? You got to find out the why. You got to do your research. You got to look it up, because this is going to affect you. And then you're going to be wondering why you got a Class A misdemeanor on your goddamn record, and why you're spending a year in jail over some fucking hemp. And, well, I didn't know. I got to sit a year in jail because I had hemp products. I didn't know they banned it. 4-year goddamn politicians.
It's crazy, man. It's like, it just, and no one wants it. Like, who wants this? That's what, we need to get these old ass white men out of office, bro. Like, they're out of touch. They don't know what the people want. They do not represent the people at all. They haven't been part of the people in decades. especially the local politicians who could just stand there forever and ever and ever. And these congressmen, these career congressmen, that shouldn't be a thing. That's
Bro, it
crazy.
really should. But you know what it is? It's 4-year politicians. You got people who think that the presidential race is the only race to pay attention to. And they don't know what the heck is going on in their local government, what their city hall is doing, or what ordinance has been passed. They're not paying attention because they want to be a part of the big conversation. Oh, well, if I vote for my president, I'm going to be all right because the federal government's going to take care of me. Dummy, your local government is what's going to affect you.
Yep. And by the way, when is the federal government ever taking care of you, bro? Come on. Come on.
Bro, that's what a lot of these people think. Like one cat was, I had to ask this dude. He's like, well, you know, the country's deficit. The country's deficit. The country's deficit. I said, how much in debt are you, buddy? What does your pocketbook look like? Are you on top of all your finances? How many loans do you got out? Like, come on now, bro. You worried about the wrong thing. Like, and I understand we need to care about the country's deficit and everything else like that. But if we really cared about the country's deficit, we would be pushing the country to invest or to utilize weed. Let's call a spade a spade.
That, bro.
Utilize it.
Yes. I don't want to act like I know the numbers, but the potential amount of taxes that they could get if they legalize hemp federally, nationally, it would like solve homelessness in this country. I've seen crazy stats about what that would do for our government and our way of life in America. Why won't they do this?
Bro, Colorado, I remember when Colorado legalized it. Oh my God, they were saying they took in so much in taxes that where they had to figure out what to do with it because they had made over their tax revenue. So It's like, okay, you have a gold mine here that you can tap into that will help you and help you get out this deficit, but yet you're sitting up here like, well, we don't want to legalize it because we believe weed is the gateway drug to other drugs. Weed is not the gateway drug to other drugs. I hate to tell you. If you want to know what the gateway drug is, from what I've understand and what I've been told, it's pills.
Or alcohol. Fuck that.
Or alcohol.
Alcohol is so much more of a gateway drug. You get fucked up off alcohol. If you get a taste for this feeling of like total inebriation, not controlling your thoughts, your mouth, your body, then that'll lead you to more things. Weed, bro, it'll make you too lazy to go toward anything else, bro. Like, you just be sitting on the couch like, why am I going to go find some meth when I could just call my weed dealer and get more weed?
I've never met a weed person that said, you know, I need something stronger, man. No. This weed is just not doing it for me. Like, I've met people who said, you know what, bro, I don't get as high as I used to get anymore, right, but because I'm used to it. But I've never met a person that just said, I need something harder, man.
And like, look, I've known people who would say that, but you know what those people were? Those were drug addicts. Like, it didn't take a gateway drug for them to become a drug addict. It was in them the whole time. No matter what they tried, they're always going to need something more. So it's, you know, like, it's more about who you are than what the product is. And I mean, if we were to focus on that, man, let's put some bills that focus on mental health and really fix our mental health system to where we can actually fix people without using these drugs that they have to take for their entire lives once you prescribe them. You know, like, maybe let's learn a little therapy and not these dumbass, well, you have anxiety, count all the blue objects in the room. Fuck you. That's not going to help.
It's really not. I think people need to really realize there are people out there who have, I call it, and I don't know if it's been medically classified, they have an addictive personality. Mm-hmm. They get addicted easily. You introduce them to something. I mean, I'm not going to lie. I have that one. Like, case in point, Butterfingers came out with this new Butterfinger, and it's the salted caramel Butterfinger, and it's fucking delicious. It's good. It's so good to where I went on a binge for like a week or two, where I went to different stores, and I'm like, yo, I'm looking for this new butter.
You got that good Butterfinger, bro. You got that good Butterfinger. I don't want that regular Butterfinger, man. I need that good Butterfinger. What you talking about?
I'm telling you, bro. And my wife was just all like, there you go again. You're addicted. I'm like, I'm not addicted. I like what I like. Let me like what I like. You know, there are people out there who, granted, you know, my situation is a small scale, but there's people out there who are worse. And I don't want to say it's beyond their control, but that's their personality. They have an addictive personality where you introduce them to something like that, they get addicted quickly. They get strung out quickly. Address the issue. Don't say, okay, well, we're not going to give we're taking the new Butterfingers off the stance because one person is too addicted and
too many.
But I mean, that's where you got to solve the problem at. Be problem solvers. If you're really trying to be legislators and lawmakers and you're trying to really help the public solve the fucking problem, don't sit up there and think you can come up with a one solution fits all problems. Like, nah, it doesn't. Because now you're affecting people who this is really helping them.
Yep. Absolutely, man. It doesn't make sense. Like, it's you're creating more problems by trying to solve a problem that doesn't exist.
Like, I read one article where a mom was saying her kid is on, I don't want to say Delta-8 or he's
CBD
on one of them.
Doctors will tell you that that's good. That's fine.
And she says it works
Mm-hmm.
because her kid used to have not spasms, seizures. Yeah. There it is.
Huge thing for seizures. Absolutely.
And so she got him on the stuff, and her kid is not having seizures anymore. Why? So you're gonna tell this mom, hey, you know what? We're protecting your kid. That's your go-to. We're protecting your kid.
So if you were to get caught with CBD, if this bill passes, it's a felony?
They're saying it's a Class A misdemeanor with a possible fine of $500 to $1,000.
Class A misdemeanor. That's yeah, okay. That's on your record. That's going to be expensive. That's going to be a court date. They won't take you to jail over it, but
yeah. Or the fine. They set the fine from $500 to $1,000 or a year in jail. And I'm all like, yo, are you serious right now? Are you serious? 8 billion again. Let me say that again because I don't know what $8 billion looks like, but apparently $8 billion industry is that's not enough for Texas, for these legislators. We need to shut it down.
Yeah, as well as our economy is doing right now.
Yeah, price of eggs is still high, and yet you want to shut down an $8 billion industry.
It's unreasonable. It's unreasonable, bro.
These people, God bless them. God bless them. That's all I can say, because it's like you got one job and you're failing at that.
Bless their hearts, bro. Bless their hearts.
God bless these little humans, because Lord Jesus, shoot, bro, I'm telling you, man, it's just crazy. Like with these bills, and let me, you know what? I feel like I haven't said enough about this dude, but it's not saying anything. Matter of fact, I did an update check on the 4th, and he hasn't signaled whether he's going to sign SB3 or veto it or anything. He's just been silent. And I'm like, yo, bro, your silence is speaking volumes right now. Like, people are crying for you. Do your fucking job.
When is the vote?
The vote was done. Let me see. Hold on. I believe it was done May of 2025.
And it got passed?
And it got passed.
Well, shit. I thought it was still. Oh man, that sucks.
No, it's sitting on him. It's sitting on him.
And he has to approve it at this point. Man.
He has to approve it or veto it.
That's so funny. And June 22nd, you said? By June 22nd?
June 22nd, if he does not veto the bill by June 22nd, if he doesn't sign or veto, sitting. I almost said something. I'm sorry. Let me shut up. I'm sorry. Let me stop. He's twiddling his hands. I almost said something.
Bro, that's crazy. I mean, I don't know. Now my conspiracy theorist, like, what's he distracting you from? Because everybody's talking about it, like everybody's looking that way. What's he doing over here type thing?
Yeah, bro, I'm sorry. I almost said something. I had to catch myself because I'm not trying to get caught insensitive or a disabled person basher. But I mean, bro, he's not doing anything, and it's pissing me off. It's like, bro, like, all we need you to do is, hell, say either you're for or against it. I mean, say something, do something. Don't just sit up here and, oh, well, If it goes in the law, it goes in the law. Like, bro, open up your mouth. Like, this is what you're here for. This is your job.
How long has he been governor? Not long,
Too
right?
many. No, too many years.
Really? It's been a long time.
Yeah.
Hmm.
He's been, yeah. He was a bullshit attorney general. Now he's a bullshit governor.
Gotcha. That's rough.
Yeah. Now we got Ken Paxton as attorney general, Mr. Paxton, who's running for, I think he's going to be running for federal senate or something. I don't know. I'll research him too. But yeah. But I mean, that's what we got, man.
That's where we're at. This is the current state of our country, bro. It's scary.
It's past scary, bro. It's borderline. To me, it's borderline stupid. It's like, it's dumb. There's no other way to call it, because you want to fix a situation that ain't broke. I could understand if kids were strung
Running
out.
amok with CBD.
Yeah, I could understand that, but they're not doing that. That's not the current events. The current events is it's helping, it's working. Why are you fucking with it when it's working?
Let's ban fentanyl. How about that? Anybody? Any argument? No.
Let's ban something that really needs to be banned. Let's not ban something that's actually working. Matter of fact, I think if any of my legislators ever watch this podcast, this is what we need to do. We need to go back to the peace pipe days. We need to all just sit down in a circle and smoke the peace pipe and talk out our differences.
That would be the greatest congressional hearing in the history of this country, bro.
Yo, I need all my bloody elephants, and I need all my blue donkeys. I need y'all to come down to the middle and form a circle. We got 500 peace pipes going around. Everybody hit some. Well, I don't smoke. You gonna smoke today, goddamn it.
You do today. You don't got. Here's a gummy then.
Here you go. I baked you a brownie just for you.
Straight up.
Yo, but yeah, man. But if there's nothing else, man, I'm going to give you the last word, big bro.
Save weed.
Fight the power. If you want to make money, tap into weed.
Yeah.
Man. But hey, I appreciate you being on this episode with me, bro. And for those of y'all that, if you're new to this, go on and hit that subscribe button. For those of y'all that are true to this, go on and comment. Let us know what you think. For those in Texas.
I like that. Go ahead.
Thank you. For those in Texas, look it up yourself. I promise you that I can't make this up. Get on ChatGPT, get on Google, look up SB3, House Bill 46, and that's your state of affairs. So it's on you. Well, till the next time, I'll holler at y'all later.